they deal with two plantations, like coconut and pineapple.
Really?
That's why today, if you walk around this Bagamoyo town, you will find a lot of people dealing with these two plantations, coconut and pineapple. So from 1860 up to 1870, almost 10 years. And from that, we see another Arabic people who shift their permanent settlement from Omani to Zanzibar, from Zanzibar to Bagamoyo. Now they decided to use these buildings as a temporary slave camp, because the third Sultan of Zanzibar, Sultan Said Baragash, they use this Bagamoyo town as like a central route to collect a lot of commodities from interior. So from that time, we see Arabic people, they decided to select or to choose three main routes. We have a northern route, southern route, and a central route. So Bagamoyo was the central route, and they used Bagamoyo to collect slave, ivory, animal skin, total shells from Kigoma Ujiji, Tabora, Singida, Dodoma, Morogoro, up to Bagamoyo. Kigoma Ujiji, Dodoma, Singida, Morogoro are the regions which formed in this country. So now all slaves were chained from neck to neck. And within a slave, there are the porters, someone who carrying a lot of luggage from interior to Bagamoyo. So a lot of slaves were dying along the way. You know, along that time, there is no technology, there is no transport, there is no specific way. So they are passing through a very huge forest. You know, there is no even national park. So they meet with the dangerous animal like hunting doggies, snake, tropical disease, no food, no water. A lot of slaves were dying from Kigoma Ujiji up to Bagamoyo. But around that time, Bagamoyo was a very big city. It's like today, Dar es Salaam, Mwanza, Mbeya, Arusha. There is no any big city apart from Bagamoyo. So once slaves and porters arrive in this Bagamoyo town, they meet with these new buildings. They meet with a lot of people, like Arabic people, wearing style, communication skills was very wonderful to the local people. Now they think that maybe this is the end of their journey. That's why they decided to say Bwaga Moyo. Bwaga, this is the Swahili or native language for local people. If you say Bwaga, it's like you say put something down. But Moyo means heart. Put your heart down. It's like you say, now I'm able for anything because no way out to be back. Because they think that. Because now we are in Bagamoyo, and from interior to here, we didn't meet with these new buildings. We didn't meet with a lot of people, like Arabic people. Maybe this is the end of our journey. That's why they decided to say Bwaga Moyo. But Arabic people, they failed to pronounce the word Bwaga, because Bwaga was the native language from local people. And the word Bwaga Moyo pronounced by two people, slave and the porters. So slave says, be quiet, my heart. And the porters who carrying a lot of luggage says, lay down in the burden of your heart. So if you say Bwaga Moyo, it's like you say, now I'm able for anything because no way out to be back. So slave master, they decided to pronounce Bagamoyo instead of Bwaga. They failed to pronounce the word Bwaga. So our town today is known as Bagamoyo instead of Bwaga, but Bagamoyo is not original name of this town. Original name is Bwaga. Bwaga. Where they meet with the slave and the slave master in this building is known as caravan serai. If you say caravan, you talk about slave route or caravan route. But serai, this is Arabic words. If we say serai, you talk about lodge or guest. So if you say caravan serai, means was the meeting point of slave and the slave master. And from here to this place known as Old Market, was the slave market around 18th up to 19th century. Special area for selling and buying all commodities. And from here to the slave port to transfer now those materials from Bagamoyo to Zanzibar. From Zanzibar to Mauritius, Arabian country, America, South Africa, and the other places. Now Bagamoyo started to rise day to day. Apart from Arabic people, we see Chinese people, Indian people, they came Bagamoyo. Because Bagamoyo around that time looks like Dar es Salaam. They have an international port here. So changing goods to goods, long distance trade people, they done in this Bagamoyo town. So Bagamoyo started to rise day to day. But later, British, started now to think to abolish slavery, and this because of industrial revolution. Before they are looking at manpower because they are establishing a very big plantation. But later, because of new technology, machines, maybe tractor, chainsaw, and other new technology, now they decided to stop the slave to look for the market for their goods.
So they had to fight. Did they fight over here for the slaves to be released instead of them just letting them go? They had to fight.
No. For the first time, British, they decided to sign a lot of treaty to Sultan of Zanzibar by peaceful way. You have to stop this. And Arabic people, especially the third Sultan of Zanzibar, says, okay, fine. So we have three main treaties. We have Molez Bay Treaty, Hamilton Treaty, and the Free Mission Treaty. But no one willing to stop the slave. That's why the end of Berlin Conference, there is a very big meeting which was conducted in Germany. The scramble from the partition. We call it in Berlin Conference. Now they decided to divide the African continent in order to dominate this country.
To colonize them.
Yes, to colonize. So
that was from the Berlin Conference, you said?
Yes. So the aims of Berlin Conference, it was to divide the African continent and to abolish slavery. So now, once German people came, and the white German people, they get a chance to dominate this country, this colony, because of Bwaga's Treaty. German, they decided to send their explorers, known as Karl Peter, in Africa, in the African continent. And then they decided to choose the potential area. Now they decided to select Tanganyika, Rwanda, and Burundi. Today we call it Tanzania. And they decided to sign some treaty, we call it Bwaga's Treaty, to other chiefs who didn't know. That's the meaning of this treaty.
They did that all over the world. Bogus treaties, especially with the native Indians in America.
Yes. So the end of Berlin Conference, now in Germany, they get a chance to dominate Tanganyika because of last Bwaga's Treaty. But the end says, if you get a colony, you have to make sure you abolish slavery. So once German people came to dominate us, Bagamoyo town was the starting point for the German to dominate us. And once they came, they met with a lot of people in this place, like African people, Arabic people, Indian people, Chinese people, who still doing slave and other activities.
They're still doing it today.
Yes. Yeah. Even today.
Yeah, even today.
So now, once German people came, says, this is my colony now. It's my territory. So no one allowed to do anything out of my rule and regulations. So everybody have to follow my rule and regulations. So once German people came, they decided to introduce tax. You see, they decided to use African people as a cheap labor to pay a small amount of money. So no one was able to follow the German rule. So even Arabic people, because Germany says no still to do this business. So even Arabic people, they didn't able to follow the German rule. Now from that time, Arabic people plus African people, they decided to resist the German domination. So now we see a lot of small resistance. The first resistance, we call it Abushiri resistance. Another resistance, we call it Mkwawa in the Iringa region. And another resistance, as I told you, known as Majimaji resistance. But because African people, they are using the poor weapons, no one willing to fight against the German. And the German, they are using the good weapons. So we see all of them, no one willing to fight against German. So now we see German, they decided to dominate us effective. They changed these buildings from temporary slave camp, they used as a military base. That's why today we say this is the fort. All the fort because it was a military base. And later they decided to build a German court, school, the hanging place, and other place. So now it's like evidence to show there are some people who use this Bagamoyo town. But later German, they decided to dominate us effective until the end of First World War. 1914, 1918. 1919, the British took over this colony. And once the British took over this colony, they decided to use it as a prison. special for the African people, up to 1960. 61, even us, we used as a police state prison after having our independence, up to 1991. 1991, we decided to make some renovation in these buildings. So our town is known as Bagamoyo Stone Town because of these two materials, cornerstone and the mangrove. But today, after renovation, you are able to see this new material like cement, tiles, electricity, and other things. After renovation, we used as a conservation college. Almost 2 years. And the later, 1995, we used as a tourism office. So until today, we still use as a tourism office and the antiquities department. So this is a very short summary to you. Now let's start walking around. I will try to show you how Arabs, German, British used it. And then before we leave, I will try to explain to you about this historical door. We call it Swahili door. Zanzibar, people say it's Zanzibar door. I will try to explain about this door, then you'll be able to go out to see this.